I honestly feel like I've been conned. I've been clickbaited, I've been tricked by YouTube, by bloggers, by websites desperate to get your clicks, telling us all this sensational stuff about the Tesla Cybertruck, saying it only has 150 miles of range. I've read that on numerous places, including Tesla's Cybertruck website. I mean, Cybertruck forums saying this kind of stuff, and then we find out it's all fake. It was all just clickbait intended to sensationalize the Cybertruck and get us to, well, look at it. Look over here. Look at this. All of it appears to have been just one big hoax. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. I'm sitting here going, you know what? I've worked out what is going on. Why is it that all these different YouTubers, these different big name people who you would probably trust, you probably think, well, this person's got lots of subscribers, I'm going to trust them. They said the Cybertruck only gets 150 miles of range. This person said this, that. It must be true, right? All these different people said all these different things. The ranges were so extreme. Now, I understand if you drive an EV, everyone's going to get a different range, right? That's fair. No one is going to drive the same route. It's going to be different weather conditions. There's going to be different speeds you're going to drive at. There's going to be more lights, less lights. All the conditions are different. But all of that aside, come on. I mean, this has all just become one big joke. It's one big joke, and this has been proved by Edmunds. Now, Edmunds have tested a Cybertruck. They tried to con us as well. Edmunds literally tried to con us into believing the Cybertruck didn't get its advertised range. It turns out the Cybertruck gets more than its advertised range. Significantly more. In fact, it's the only Tesla vehicle in history to get more than its EPA range. Ever. So this isn't just by a little bit either. It's by a significant amount. We've all been tricked, guys. We've been conned. And here comes the truth. Now, you might say, well, Edmunds, maybe their testing was lenient. But even if it was, let's give them like a 20% leeway. Let's just look at their testing and say, let's remove 20% from their final figure. Even if we remove 20%, it means almost everyone on YouTube flat out lied. Flat out. This is just one big joke. And honestly, it's kind of making me angry because people are so desperate to get you to click that they're just saying anything and they're conning us. They're taking us for a big ride here. I've watched these videos and I thought, oh, is this true? And then someone else says this and I thought, is that true? Well, here's the real story. Edmunds tested a Cybertruck, right? They took a Cybertruck. They said it got 334 miles of range. They said that wasn't as much as it should have gotten because it should have gotten 340 miles. Now, first of all, 334 miles compared to a so-called claim range of 340 means it was 6 miles below claims, which actually didn't turn out to be true. But anyway, which that would be a good number, right? You would think it would be. Well, actually, Edmunds was also kind of clickbaiting us. Here's the thing. The Cybertruck they tested had all-terrain tires, right? And it didn't have the aero wheel covers on. Now, the Cybertruck they tested has an EPA range of 318 miles. So if you drive it with all-terrain tires, obviously the range is going to go down by 22 miles. So they basically said, oh, it didn't achieve what it should have. It only did 334 miles. It's rated for 340. Now, the Cybertruck they tested was rated for 318 miles, and it did 334 miles. So it did better than it should have done because it had all-terrain tires. So the Cybertruck that gets 340 miles of range has all-season tires. You know, they're obviously not as aggressive as all-terrain tires. Now, when I've run all-terrain tires personally, it's definitely affected my fuel economy. In an internal combustion car, it's going to do the same thing to an EV. So the thing is, right now, as far as we know, the Cybertruck they tested got about 20 miles more range than Tesla advertised, than its EPA range. However, they intentionally removed the aero wheel covers. And this, of course, will affect your range. If you understand aerodynamics, if you look at aerodynamics, if you do, you race time trial bikes, you race triathlon bikes, if you work in this industry, you'll realize just how big the aerodynamics are on the wheels. It's the biggest part of probably the car, aside from the frontal mass, the front area, that affects the aerodynamics. Having those covers on would probably increase your range by around 2 to 5%, depending on conditions. whether you're getting crosswinds, where the wind direction's coming from. There's all kinds of things, your speed, the type of terrain, etc. But the reality is it would definitely decrease range by not having wheel covers on. So Edmunds, well, they were found out. They changed their article to reflect the fact that actually the Cybertruck did get more range than it should have. And they said, yep, you're right. The Cybertruck tested was the Foundation series on all-terrain tires, which is rated by Tesla as having 318 miles of range. Our original article was based on the publicly available range of 340 miles. So basically Edmunds tried to sort of weasel their way out of the fact that they tried to kind of do this to everyone as well, play the same game. Anyway, what all this comes down to is the reality here. The Cybertruck gets more range in Edmunds' test conditions, which is actually driving on the road, than what it's advertised as getting. Now, if it gets 334 miles of range on all-terrain tires without its aero wheel covers, it's almost guaranteed to get 340 miles of range on all-season tires with aero covers. In fact, it might have gotten closer to 350 miles. So guys, I'm not saying that all these YouTubers were going to go and get 350 miles of range, but what I'm saying is they've clearly bullshitted us. Because really, you're telling me the Cybertruck got 200 miles less range than what Edmunds say it got? 200 miles? You're telling me it got 60 to 70% less? That's what YouTubers are saying. This stuff is just so bogus. Someone needs to fact check them or just unsubscribe from these idiots, because honestly, we're supporting their idiocy. We're supporting their clickbait crap. And I want to see the truth, guys. I don't care if the Cybertruck has less or more range, but I just want to see some objective truth. I don't want to waste my time watching these videos to be told a bunch of crap because, I got him to click. I made some money out of that sucker. That's what happened. We've all been taken for fools and sucked in to this Cybertruck range debacle when really there wasn't even a story to begin with. Thanks for watching.